Welcome to this video seminar called The Hows and Whys of Children's Church, or The Hows and Whys of Kids Church. And my name is Pastor Tim Eric. I'm the founder and director of an organization called REACH, Reaching and Equipping All Children for Him. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization, which basically is a ministry that has a vision to reach the heart of children with the love of Jesus. I've been in ministry for about 20 years, 20 plus years working with children. I've been a children's pastor in a few churches, worked with children around the world. And our goal is to reach the heart of children with the love of Jesus. And we've done that through a number of ways. One of the ways we've done that is working with inner city kids in a program we call the Power Hour, which is a sidewalk Sunday school that we do in the community, outside in the community, which eventually evolves into helping the whole community. We also go into a visitation program. In fact, I put a little disclaimer here. Many of you may have heard of this program or something similar to it through Pastor Bill Wilson of Metro Ministries in New York City, Brooklyn, New York. Pastor Bill Wilson has been a tremendous influence of mine. Pastor Bill Wilson reaches over 22,000 children a week through Kids Church, 1,500 in his Kids Church on Saturdays, and through Sidewalk Sunday Schools, taking a truck into the community, opening up, doing a children's church in the community, where they reach over 22,000 children a week, visiting every child in the home every week. Been a tremendous inspiration to me. I've met Pastor Bill on a number of occasions, and he has been my mentor. Don't really know him personally. I've met him, but I've followed his ministry and followed the philosophies and the hows and the whys of what he's done. And we've been very successful reaching the heart of children and doing it that way. We also work with orphanages. We work with orphanages around the world, helping orphanages, helping orphans to know the love of Jesus. Whether that's helping them financially or going into an orphanage and working with the children, teaching them the fun songs, doing Bible lessons, doing a kids' church in the orphanage. But we found one of the most effective ways to truly reach the heart of the children is to equip the local church to reach children more effectively. See, a little bit about myself, of the passion of why I do this. I grew up in a little town called Baden, Pennsylvania. We went to the local Methodist church. I had an older brother, 4 years older, younger sister, 4 years younger. And we would go, my parents would take us to Sunday school every week. They would drop us off at Sunday school and they would go into the adult service. And I would go into the Sunday school, and it was a denominational school, church. And they had the rooms with partitions. You remember, between the accordion partitions. And they would partition off the room, and we went into this drab room, a pale green room. It did have a piano, and it had some hymnals and some Bibles, but nothing colorful to attract children. And we had a teacher who was very kind and very nice, but the typical Sunday school teacher that you imagine. Woman perhaps in her 60s. In fact, she was a local librarian at our junior high school. A little bun on her head. And she had a Sunday school manual, and she really did her best to teach the children, to teach us, but it was very ineffective. We sang from the hymnals, we read from the King James Version, and to tell you the truth, it was just plain boring. It was so boring that I remember every week begging my parents, please, every Sunday, I don't want to go to kids' church. I don't want to go to Sunday school. And I'm sure my brother did the same. Finally, the pastor came to our house one day and asked my father for a donation for the building fund. And my father got a little upset about that, got a little annoyed by it, and he declared, we're not going to church anymore. I was excited. I was pumped. No more boring kids' church. Well, I was about 10 years old at that time, and never went back to kids' church till many years later. But between 10 years old and 28 years old, I lived a life apart from Jesus. 15 years old, I began drinking alcohol, became an alcoholic, started doing drugs in high school, got into bad relationships, and I lived a horrible life until I was 28 years old. Then that's when I found Jesus. And my life miraculously turned around. Now, I don't claim to be a victim of the Sunday school teacher, nor my parents not taking me to church. No way. But I always say, what if? What if that room was decorated with fun pictures, colorful pictures for kids? What if we weren't singing out of the hymnals, but we were singing songs that were fun, that were relevant to children? What if the Sunday school teacher just put a little bit extra effort to make the Bible lessons come alive? Just maybe. When my dad declared, we're not going to church, that I would have said, no, Daddy, no, Daddy. Please, Daddy, I love Sunday school. Maybe we would have stayed. Maybe we wouldn't have. Maybe, but I have found that most parents will choose to go to church or go to a church because of their children, for their children. I find these days, if the children love the kids' church or love the Sunday school, the parents usually end up going to that church. Well, I have this seminar called the Hows and Whys of Kids Church. And basically what we do is we dissect a children's church. We take a children's church with its many inputs that we'll talk about, and we'll teach you how to do some things through this seminar. But we're also going to teach you the why that you're doing it. Because if you know why, you'll figure out how. Let me say that again. If you know why you're doing something, you can figure out how. So we'll be not only showing you how, yes, you'll get some practical tips. You'll get some things that will arm you for your kids' church and make your kids' church better. But you're going to find out why, the philosophy behind it all. So this seminar not only teaches the practical, but we're going to teach you the philosophy behind what we do. There's going to be a series of videos. I'm going to try to do these in 8 to 10 minute segments. Normally this seminar would run an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I'm not exactly sure at this point how many videos this will take. This is the beginning of this. But I hope that this video will be a blessing to you. I hope that it will enhance your kids' church. I hope that your kids' church will be relevant to the children you're trying to reach. I hope that you kids build a relationship with Jesus and with each other. And I hope that it's a kids' church where the children learn to worship Jesus, where they learn to love Him with all their heart, their mind, their soul, because you train up a child in the way they should go, and they will not depart from it. That's all we have time for today, and we'll continue this seminar on future videos to come out. Watch for it on YouTube. You'll watch for it on our blog, which will be coming up on the screen, and also our website, which in a moment you'll see information for all of that. And we hope once again these videos will be a blessing to you, your church, and your kids that you're trying to reach. That's our goal. That's our purpose in trying to do this. Also, if it is a blessing and you can return a blessing, we are a nonprofit organization, and if you live in the United States, you can get a tax-free deduction by making donations to us, and we would appreciate every donation. Every donation you give us helps us reach more children for Him, both locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally. We work locally in local churches here in the United States. We also reach children around the world, and so your donations will go forth to reach the heart of the children, and greatly appreciated and greatly needed. There are tremendous needs for children around the world, and we want to help meet those needs. So on your screen that's coming up is the address for REACH. And once again, REACH stands for Reaching and Equipping All Children for Him. It is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and your donations are a tax deduction by the IRS. So the address is on the screen. You also see on the screen is our website. If you would like to donate online through credit card, you go to our website, and I think it's on the About Us page. You'll see a place where you can donate online. Where it will come through PayPal, and you can do that through your MasterCard Visa, and we would appreciate any donations that way. Also, you see our blog, and you'll see all these future videos coming up on YouTube, our blog, and hopefully put them on our website. And so once again, we hope it's been a blessing to you, and we'll see you on the next segment of the Hows and Whys of Children's Church. God bless you, and reach the heart of the children. Amen.